Last July, a woman in Phoenix paid a shop $240 because her AC blew warm air on the driver's side. The fix took the technician 90 seconds. No parts, no refrigerant, no tools. He pressed 2 buttons, waited for a click behind the dash, and drove it out of the bay ice cold. $240. For a reset you're about to learn in the next 3 minutes. Free. But here's what makes this video different from every other secret AC trick clogging your feed. I'm also going to tell you when this reset will not work, because the truth is, it only fixes one specific failure. If your car has a different one, no button on your dash will save you, and anyone who tells you otherwise is wasting your afternoon. So, by the end of this video, you'll know 3 things. How to do the reset, how to tell in under a minute whether your car's problem is the kind it fixes, and if it isn't, exactly what's wrong instead, what it should cost, and the one sentence that stops a shop from turning a $2 fuse into a $1,600 quote. Warm air on a hot day isn't a mystery, it's a checklist. Let's run it. First, 30 seconds of what's happening behind your dash, because once you see it, the reset makes sense. And so do its limits. Your AC makes cold air in one place, the evaporator, a little radiator packed inside your dashboard. Air blows across it, gets cold, and then a set of small plastic doors decides where that cold air goes. Your face, your feet, the windshield, and how much warm air gets blended in to hit the temperature you dialed. Those doors are moved by blend door actuators. Plastic motors the size of a deck of cards with tiny plastic gears inside, and a little computer keeping track of where each door is pointing. Here's the failure. That computer loses its place. A dead battery, a jump start, a battery swap, even a voltage dip. And suddenly the computer thinks the door is open when it's actually closed. The refrigerant is fine. The compressor is fine. The cold air is being made. It's just being steered into the wrong place or blended with hot air from the heater core. That is the one problem this reset fixes. It tells the actuators, forget where you think you are. Sweep the doors through their full travel and relearn your positions. It's called an actuator recalibration. And yes, many cars actually run a version of this self-test on their own when conditions are right. But when the memory is corrupted, you have to force it manually. And that's also why the reset can't fix a refrigerant leak, a dead compressor, or a failing clutch. A recalibration can't add gas to your system. The commenters who say that under those other videos are absolutely right. The trick is knowing which problem you have. That takes 1 minute, and it's next. Go sit in your car, engine running, AC on max cold, fan on high. 1 minute, 3 checks. Check 1, the split test. Put one hand on the driver vent, one on the passenger vent. If one side is cold and the other is warm, that's the signature of a stuck blend door. The system is making cold air. One door just isn't delivering it. The reset is your fix, and it's coming in 60 seconds. If both sides blow warm, the system probably isn't making cold air at all. Skip the reset, it will not help you. Stay with me though, because the second half of this video walks that exact problem from the $2 cause up to the real one. Cheapest first. Check 2, the click test. Turn the temperature dial from full cold to full hot and back, engine on, radio off. A single soft clunk is normal, that's the door moving. But a rapid tick 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 from behind the dash, like a tiny woodpecker. That's an actuator with stripped gears trying to move a door it can't grip. Remember that sound. The reset behaves differently for you, and I'll explain exactly how. Check 3. The pattern question. Did this start right after a battery change, a jump start, or a dead battery? That's the biggest clue in this entire video. Lost actuator memory follows power loss like thunder follows lightning. If your warm air problem started the week after a new battery, you are the perfect candidate for what comes next. All right, the reset. Not one vague version. The 3 real procedures for the vehicles this works on most, plus how to find yours if it's different. This is a documented factory recalibration, not folklore. If you drive a Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram, this is the famous one. Engine running. Press and hold the recirculation button. The little icon of a car with a looping arrow inside it. Hold it about 10 seconds until the light starts flashing. Let go. Now don't touch anything for about 30 seconds. You'll hear the doors sweeping behind the dash, soft whirs and clicks, like the dash is stretching after a nap. That's the recalibration. When it stops, test both vents. If you drive many Hondas or Acuras, the sequence is different. Engine off. Press and hold the climate on-off button, and while holding it, turn the ignition on. Keep holding about 5 seconds. Some models want the rear defogger button pressed 5 times right after. The dash lights blink, the doors sweep. Same idea. If you drive a GM truck or SUV, Silverado, Sierra, Tahoe, Equinox, yours is a power cycle relearn. Find the HVAC fuse in the fuse box. Your owner's manual index says which slot, usually under HVAC or climate. Pull it with the engine off, wait a full 10 seconds, put it back, then start the truck and let it idle undisturbed for about 40 seconds. Hands off every climate control while it relearns. That fuse pull is the reset on these trucks. And by the way, that's a $2 fuse slot procedure, not a $1,600 dash teardown. Every other make, the procedure exists but varies. Search your exact model plus the words HVAC actuator recalibration, or check the owner's manual under climate control. 30 seconds of searching beats guessing button combos off a thumbnail. Now, the part those other videos skip. How do you know it worked? Simple, the split disappears. Both vents blow equally cold within a minute or two of the sweep finishing. If the split is gone, congratulations, you just did a 90-second repair that shops genuinely bill $150 to $240 for as HVAC diagnosis and recalibration. Not because they're all crooks, their door rate is what it is, but because they know this procedure and you didn't. Now you do. And one honest caveat, even when it works. If your actuator memory got scrambled once for no reason, no dead battery, no jump, keep an eye on it. An actuator that keeps forgetting is often an actuator that's starting to die. Enjoy the free fix, but file that away. Let's talk about the tick-tick-tick crowd, because I promised. If you heard that rapid ticking in the click test, or the reset sweep starts and then the ticking comes back, your actuator isn't confused, it's broken. Inside that plastic box is a gear train, and one of those gears has stripped teeth. The motor spins, the gear slips, the door flops. No recalibration can grow teeth back. Here's the good news the scary quotes don't tell you. The part is cheap. Most blend door actuators cost $30 to $80. On a lot of vehicles, it's 2 or 3 screws and a wiring plug, tucked above the passenger footwell or behind the glove box. A genuine 20 to 40 minute driveway job with a stubby screwdriver and a flashlight. So why do people get quoted $600, $900, even more? Because on some models, the actuator hides deep enough that real dash disassembly is involved and labor hours pile up. That's not automatically a scam, it's geography. The scam is when a shop quotes dash teardown labor for an actuator that's actually 3 screws behind your glove box. Your defense is one question. Which actuator is it, and where does it live on my car? Then, search your model, plus blend door actuator replacement, and watch 30 seconds of any teardown video. If you see someone swap it in a parking lot, you know a $900 quote deserves a second opinion. If you see a whole dashboard on a workbench, the big quote might be honest. Either way, you decide from knowledge, not fear. Now, the bigger group. Both vents warm or cold air that faded over weeks, or AC that quits on the highway or in traffic. The reset was never your fix, but this ladder is. 6 rungs, cheapest first, and each one tells you whether to climb higher. This order matters. It's how you avoid paying for rung 6 when your problem lives on rung 1. Rung 1, the $2 suspects. Fuse and relay. Your compressor is fed through a fuse and switched by a relay, both sitting in the underhood fuse box. A blown fuse or a tired relay means the compressor never gets the message, and everything else can be perfect. Engine off? Pop the fuse box lid, find the slot marked AC comp or compressor on the lid diagram. Pull the fuse with the little plastic puller that lives in most boxes. Hold it to the light. If the wire inside is snapped, that's your whole problem. $2. The relay is even sneakier, and here's the classic parking lot test. Find another relay in the box with the same part number printed on top. Horn relay is a common twin, and swap them. If your AC suddenly works and your horn doesn't, you just diagnosed it for free. A relay is 10 to 20 bucks. I want to be blunt about this rung because it's where the ugliest stories happen. People have been quoted 4 figures for AC system failure when the actual repair was a blown fuse, not usually because the shop lied. Often nobody checked because a fuse doesn't bill hours. You check. It's 2 minutes. One honest flag. Fuses don't usually blow for fun. If the new one blows again fast, something downstream is shorting, often the compressor clutch coil. The fuse was the smoke alarm, not the fire. That's a shop visit, but now you walk in saying, "The compressor fuse keeps blowing." And that sentence alone cuts your diagnostic time in half. Rung 2, the clutch gap test, $0. Engine running, hood open, AC set to max cold. Find the compressor. It's the pump driven by your serpentine belt with an electrical plug on its nose. Watch the very front face of its pulley. If the pulley spins, but the center face spins with it and you hear it click on and off, good, the clutch engages. Your problem is likely refrigerant level. Next rung. If the pulley spins but the center stays frozen still, the clutch isn't engaging. That's either no power getting there, fuse, relay, pressure switch, or a worn clutch gap. On many older compressors, the clutch air gap widens with wear until it physically can't grab. And on some of those, a shop can shim or replace just the clutch instead of the whole compressor. Worth asking the question, is it the clutch or the compressor body? Because one costs a fraction of the other. And a warning that matters. Keep fingers, sleeves, and phone cords away from that spinning belt. Look with your eyes, not your hands. Rung 3, refrigerant, the honest version. If the clutch clicks on for a few seconds, then off, then on, short cycling, or the air is cool but never cold, low refrigerant is the leading suspect. This is the most common cause of gradual summer fade, and here's the part I refuse to sugarcoat. Refrigerant doesn't get used up. It's a sealed system. If you're low, you have a leak. Small leaks can take years to matter. Big ones kill your cold air in a week. A DIY gauge and can from the parts store can get you cold air today for 30 to 50 bucks. And for a slow seep, a yearly top-up is a choice plenty of people reasonably make on an older car. But know what you're buying. Relief, not repair. And do not keep feeding a system that empties in days. You're spraying money into the atmosphere. The leak is real, and the sealer in a can shortcut can gum up components and turn a $400 leak repair into a system replacement. Overcharging is just as bad as undercharging, by the way. More gas is not more cold. Follow the gauge, not your optimism. If you top up and it's ice cold for months, you've bought time cheaply, eyes open. If it's warm again next weekend, you need a proper leak find, UV dye, or an electronic sniffer. Fair price for leak detection runs about $100 to $200, and it's real skilled work. Pay for that gladly. It's the guessing you never pay for. Rung 4, the condenser and fans. The forgotten rung. A C only warm at idle or in traffic but cold on the highway? Classic airflow problem. The condenser, the thin radiator-looking panel at your front bumper, has to dump heat, and at a standstill it depends entirely on the electric fans. Engine running, AC on max. Look through the grill. Are the fans spinning? No spin with AC on is a fan motor, fan relay. Hello again, rung 1, or sensor issue. And even with fans running, a condenser plastered in bugs, leaves, and road felt can't breathe. Gentle rinse with a garden hose, straight on, low pressure, not a pressure washer. Those fins bend like foil. A surprising number of "my AC dies in traffic" stories end with a garden hose and 10 minutes. Rung 5, the pressure switch and sensors. The system protects itself. Too little or too much pressure, and a switch refuses to let the compressor run. A failing pressure switch can fake every symptom on this ladder. This is where a $20 OBD2 reader earns its keep. On many cars, climate control faults set codes you can read from your driver's seat. If you see codes pointing at pressure sensors or the compressor circuit, you've just narrowed a shop's hunt from 2 hours to 20 minutes, and their diagnostic fee should reflect that. More on that in a second. Rung 6, the compressor itself, the one that costs real money. If the fuse is good, the relay's good, power reaches the clutch, refrigerant pressure is right, and the compressor still won't pump, or it engages with a horrible grinding rattle, then yes, you may genuinely need a compressor. Parts and labor, that's commonly $600 to $1,200, sometimes more, because the system also needs evacuating, flushing, and recharging. But notice what just happened. You didn't start at rung 6. You started at $2 and climbed with evidence. If a shop starts at the compressor without showing you the rungs below, that's your cue for the magic sentence. Write it up for me. I'm getting a second opinion. Say it pleasantly. Watch how quickly urgent quotes become negotiable. Everything you just watched, the 60-second sort, the cheapest first ladder, the fair price ranges, the exact sentences that keep a quote honest. That's one chapter of how I think every repair conversation should go. I put the whole system into something called the Complete Driver's Defense Kit. 9 plain English guides plus a printable glove box pack. Every dashboard warning light ranked by how fast you must act. The 15 check engine codes you'll actually meet with the question that keeps each quote honest. 12 more 20-minute fixes like today's. Each with its own "when this won't work" box, because I'd rather lose a click than waste your Saturday. A noise diagnosis chart, the mechanic scam playbook, and a fair price reference card you can print and keep in the glove box. One PDF, one time $39, reads on any phone. First link in the description. It exists so the next time any part of your car acts up, you already know the ladder before anyone hands you a clipboard. Let's land this. If one vent's cold and one's warm, run the reset. Chrysler family, hold recirc 10 seconds. Honda family, hold climate power through key on. GM trucks, pull the HVAC fuse for 10 seconds and idle 40. Free, 90 seconds, and it fixes the exact thing shops bill $200 for. If you hear the woodpecker tick, it's a $30 to $80 actuator. And one question, where does it live on my car? Tells you whether the labor quote is honest. If both sides are warm, climb the ladder. Fuse, relay, clutch, refrigerant, with the leak truth attached. Fans and a garden hose, pressure switch, and only then the compressor. And whatever rung you land on, you now walk into any shop with the 3 sentences that change everything. What you checked, what you found, and write it up. I'm getting a second opinion. If this saved you a bill, the next one's already up. The $20 sensor most drivers never clean. It's behind your air filter right now, quietly stealing your gas mileage, and cleaning it takes 10 minutes. That video's on your screen. Drop your year, make, and model in the comments with what your AC is doing. One side, both sides, ticking, fading, and I'll point you at the right rung. Every single one gets read. Now you know what they know. Drive smart out there.